Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel.
Lights are flashing all around.
Alibaba has just released two new models, Wan 2.2 Fun A14B in P and Wan 2.2 Fun A14B Control. In this video, we'll focus on the Wan 2.2 Fun A14B Control. This is a 14B parameter powerhouse that lets you control video generation, and you can feed it Canny edges, depth maps, pose data, even trajectory input. And one more interesting thing, it actually follows these inputs really well. It's trained for multiple resolution like 512, 768, 1024. It supports up to 81 frames at 16 FPS. So I started building a workflow in ComfyUI using the Wan Fun Control to video, and I connected everything properly. But it turns out it's not supported yet. I had to find another way. The method I'm using right now takes a lot of VRAM, like 12 GB plus, but it works. So don't worry, I'll update this workflow later so it can run on low VRAM setups too. For now, let's start running Wan 2.2 in ComfyUI. And to run this model, you first need to install a custom node called VideoX And here is how you can do it. Open the manager in ComfyUI, go to Custom Node Manager, search for VideoX and then click Install. Once the node is installed, you're ready to open the workflow. So here is the workflow. In the Load Wan 2.2 Fun Model node, under the Model section, you'll see two options. Wan 2.2 Fun A14B in P, and another one is Wan 2.2 Fun A14B Controlled. So I selected Wan 2.2 Fun A14B Control, and when I clicked Run, I got a message. Please download the Fun model automatically. You need to place the files in the right folder yourself. First, go to your ComfyUI's models folder, create a new folder called Fun Models, and make sure the spelling is exact. Then open the Hugging Face page, Alibaba Pi, Wan 2.2 Fun A14B Control. Then go to the Files and Versions tab. Inside the Wan 2.2 Fun A14B Control folder on Hugging Face, download all the files you see there. Then place them inside your local Fun Models Wan 2.2 Fun A14B Control folder. And make sure folder name must match exactly. Then you can also clone the repository. And for that, click Clone Repository on Hugging Face. Copy the second command line. Open Fun Models in command and paste the command. This will download everything automatically. So once all the files are in place, you are ready to go. In the Load Wan 2.2 Fun Model node, you'll also see GPU memory options. So when you click the drop down, you'll find several choices. And let's discuss them one by one. First is Model Full Load. It loads everything onto your GPU. It's the fastest option, but uses the most VRAM. Then next comes Model CPU Offload. It moves the model back to your CPU after use to save VRAM. Then next is Model CPU Offload and QFloat 8. Same as above, but it also quantizes the transformer to float 8 for extra VRAM savings. Then the next one is sequential CPU offload. It loads each layer one at a time, works well on smaller GPUs. It is slower but more compatible. So best option if you are on a low VRAM card. Under precision, you can select FP16 or BF16. Moving on, in image section, this is where you can upload your reference image. This image will be paired with the control video. If you don't want to use a reference image, you can disable it in the fast group bypasser. Now, let's talk about the control video group. Here, you can set your own custom resolution. For the length, I recommend keeping it at 81 frames and make sure your FPS is set to 16. In the load video section note, you need to upload any video you want to use. To track the video, you can choose different options, but the one I recommend is DW Pose Estimator. Why? Because it detects the body and key point positions from your video and makes sure the character's movement stays consistent. You can also combine it with another control net. For example, you can use the realistic line art AIO aux preprocessor together with depth anything V2. So if you are only using one control net, just bypass the image blend and connect your image node straight to resize image V2. And if you are using two control nets, connect the first control net to image 1 and the second one to image 2. When you combine them, like realistic line art plus depth anything, the model will basically trace your video's edges or depth frame by frame and follows it exactly in the output. Now, there is only one problem with depth anything. It makes a depth map for every frame. And if your reference image has a different background, the final output will combine both backgrounds. And to fix this, just use DW Pose. That way, you'll get the same background as your reference image. Now, let's discuss how I set up the Wan 2.2 Fun Sampler to get the best results. I set CFG to 5 and steps to 20. There is also a feature called T-Cache that you can enable. I tested it and honestly, the results looks the same. No quality loss at all. So I just keep it enabled. All right. So let's go ahead and generate the results. In the image section, I uploaded a picture of a beautiful woman with long hair, wearing a red and green checkered coat, in a modern indoor hallway with big glass walls and soft light. Then I uploaded a video of a woman dancing. To capture the movement, I used a DW Pose estimator as I discussed before. And here is the prompt I gave. A young woman with long wavy blonde hair is wearing a red and green checkered coat. She dances happily while walking down a modern indoor hallway with big glass walls and soft light. Her coat moves and swings as she dances. In the background, there are warm glowing lights and reflections, giving the scene a beautiful movie like look. And the result. It followed the prompt really well. The woman is wearing the exact red and green checkered coat from the reference image. The background matches perfectly. Big glass walls, warm lights, and reflections. The coat moves and swings naturally as she dances. Motion stays consistent with the video reference. Her legs match the reference image, no extra clothing artifacts added. You can see the side-by-side comparison here. When I generated the result with Tcache disabled, I got the exact same quality. No loss at all. And the time taken was the same as with Tcache enabled. You can also recreate your video to video, and for this, just disable the reference image. And what this means is you take an existing video and simply tell the model what to change. All I did was upload the same video and gave it the same prompt. And the result? The motion is identical to my uploaded video, but the environment and everything else was created entirely by the AI. So I uploaded a new video, a young woman walking outdoors in the snow. She's wearing a black high neck top with brown velvet sleeves, matching high waisted black leather pants, hands in her pockets, and behind her is a line of leafless trees and a snow covered pathway. And for the prompt, I told the AI a young woman with long black hair wearing a light green sweater and a white shirt under it, with a pink shirt tied with a bow. Walking outdoors in the snow, her hands are in her pockets, and behind her, leafless trees line and a snow covered pathway. So let's generate the results. And finally, we have got the results, and it has followed the prompt really well. Light green sweater exactly as described, white and details matches perfectly, leafless trees in the background, snow covered pathway looks natural, motion stays consistent with the source video. So that's it for today's video. If this helped you, hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye bye.